Towards me. Towards me.
Hand, the artist of the gods, took the clay in his hands and began to form a beautiful figure.
Well, Doctor, did I pass my checkup?
You seem to be in tip-top shape, Dusty, and I want you to always be a strong, healthy, and good-looking dragon. So I want to ask you about something. Has anyone tried to talk you into trying a cigarette yet?
Well, yeah, I was at this party. It looked kind of cool, you know. Some of the other kids were doing it, and it sort of made him look tough, you know, like older.
So at the next party you might try it?
Maybe. Well, I'm not sure. I can't make up my mind.
Dusty, when you have a big decision, don't wait till the last minute. You might do something you really don't want to. You should gather the evidence on both sides ahead of time, kind of like they do in a trial, and then you can make a smarter decision. Let's try it. Dusty, I'm here to present the reasons not to smoke. Mr. Nicotine represents tobacco and the pressure to smoke. Then you and a jury of your friends be the judge. My first witness, your handsome heart.
Dusty, my main squeeze. Man, how's it going?
Hart, lots of folks don't understand what a puff of smoke can do. There are plenty of effects on you. Maybe the best thing we can do is to show a few. Mr. Nicotine, would you mind lighting up?
Yeah, okay. But no tricks now.
Oh, wow, man. I just hate it when you do this. It gunks me up, man.
What your heart is saying, Dusty, is that over time the arteries get smaller because there's a buildup of stuff in them and there's less blood pumped around. Many smokers eventually have heart attacks and strokes because of what Mr. Nicotine does to the heart.
Dusty, I try to keep up with the extra demand from the cigarette, but this wears me out, man. Wears me down, too.
Dusty, what your heart is talking about is high blood pressure or hypertension. All that means is that he has to work harder.
Why is his blood turned darker?
Oh, that has to do with another favorite organ of yours, your lungs, my next witnesses. Unless you'd like to cross-examine Hart, Mr. Nicotine.
No questions.
Thank you, Hart.
Thanks, Doctor. Dusty, man, let's do lunch sometime, babe. Something low-fat, low cholesterol.
Hello, Your Honor.
Mr. Nicotine, again, would you mind?
Yeah, here you go.
Lungs, let's see you in action with tobacco smoke.
Okay. Normally, Your Honor, our motto as your air factory is, in goes the good air, out goes the bad. But when you send us cigarette smoke, you're sending us bad air.
You see, Dusty, one of their jobs is putting nice, clean oxygen in your blood. That gives it that nice red color. Blood without oxygen is useless, so smoke means less oxygen and blood that's not that pretty red color.
You got that right.
It's very unattractive. And look at our pretty puffs of air. They've gone from a nice, clean shade to something that looks like dirty dishwater. We don't appreciate it one bit.
Please notice, Dusty, that their airways are irritated and they're likely to be a little bit cranky. Smoke clogs them up, too. You won't get much air power from them, something you'll be sure to notice if you try to run.
Well, we have to show our unhappiness somehow. You don't expect us to just take it.
Doctor, can I ask you a question? Well, what about cancer? I mean, of course, I don't think that would really happen to me, you know.
Lots of people think they're made from plastic inside, but that's a biggie. Cancer from cigarettes can break out in lots of places in the body, but the lungs are a favorite target.
There are many forms of cancer, Dusty. We try to fight it, but this one is stronger than us.
Ooh, gross. Yuck.
Cancer is something that happens in the future, but the coughing, that can begin much sooner. There's the dry smoker's hack from irritated airways. And this is the deep, full of gunk mucus cough.
Oh, that's disgusting.
There, you look much prettier in pink. Your witness, Mr. Nicky Teen.
Ah, beat it.
Bye, Dusty.
Your Honor, I'd like you to hear my side of the story. I'd like to call my witnesses, the pack.
About time.
Yeah.
Hey, let me in there.
Vamos.
We'll show 'em.
Hurry up.
Rápido.
Well, I guess if you smoke cigarettes, you begin to smell and look like them.
Please, Doctor. Your Most Honorable Highness, I'd like you to hear from 3 of the finest friends a dragon could find at school. The pack. Jenny Skinny,
Hi.
Smooth Dude,
Hola.
and Marley.
Yo.
Why don't each one of you explain why you hooked up with me?
Well, that's a good way to put it, Nicky. After all, we are hooked on you. Everyone knows once you go with Nicky Teen, you don't break up so easily. Most people would rather die than be without their Nicky Teen.
1 out of 4 smokers do die prematurely, Dusty. He makes your mind and body feel addicted. You lose a lot of personal control.
Do you mind? It's my turn. Go ahead, Miss Skinny.
Well, I started 'cause I thought all the other girls were doing it, you know? Now, I know that most girls don't smoke, but it still makes me feel like I'm in, you know? Kind of older, cooler, you know? Like those girls in the magazine ads.
Do you mean the ones with the pretty skin and white teeth? Or the ones with the yellowed fangs, bad breath, and yellow fingers? The ones with the smelly clothes and hair?
You know, I have noticed my dry cleaning bills have gone up.
Speaking of money, how much do you think that Nicky Teen costs?
Hey, I'm supposed to be asking the questions.
There's no question about the cost, Dusty. Those pretty advertisements are designed to get you to spend your money. In just a week, a cigarette habit can cost you as much as a new tape and a pizza. In a year, a new stereo. And as you get older, the cost of cigarettes can be as much as a fancy new car.
Yeah, well. And so what? A new car. Big deal. Nicotine makes me feel strong. Not like everyone else.
You see, I'm good for both of them. One needs me to be a part of the crowd, you know, her friends. The other one needs me to be his own big man.
If you ask me, it just doesn't make sense. You're just a social crutch for these two, someone for them to lean on because they can't do it themselves. So if you see them smoking, it's just because they don't feel cool enough without your help. Too bad.
Not me. I need Mr. Nicky Teen because he calms me down when I'm nervous. I'm not doing so well in school. Dig?
Nicky Teen is full of power, and it affects your brain too. Watch your hands tremble as you light up. Your brain's neurotransmitters are trying to tell you something.
Well, if I'm so bad, why don't we get complaints from your mom and dad?
They smoke too. My other brother taught me how. What a dude.
So you've been breathing smoke at home in the air all these years. That means you started smoking when you were a baby. Passive smoke from a smoker's mouth or the end of a cigarette can also harm a non-smoker. There's also an increased chance of lots of illnesses, colds, pneumonia, and even cancer.
Well, that's okay. So don't light me up, Dusty. Chew me. You've seen smokeless tobacco. You know, snuff. It's great stuff. And there's no smoke.
Whoa, wrong! Tobacco in any form is addictive and can cause cancer. Dusty, you could lose your tongue or your teeth. Besides, who needs black spit, bad breath, rotten gums, and brown fangs, right?
Oh, I've heard enough. Enough. I can make my own decision. I've heard it said that smokers rule, be part of the gang, light up after school. Now I know that just isn't true. Don't need a fire in my face to be cool. Not gonna spend my hard-earned cash on making stupid cigarette ash. Then there's my looks, my fangs, my face. My breath would smell like a fireplace. You think smoke's a social solution? You're just committing bodily pollution.
Wanna know the real situation? Your lungs may take a permanent vacation.
Your heart doesn't need all that extra work. If you smoke, I think you're a jerk.
Smoking's for the socially weak. Break out of that pack. Don't be a geek. If you hear light up after school, say don't need a fire in my face to be cool.